Here's the unemployment choo-choo.
All right, Jeff, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe we're saying this, but another wonderful week here on the unemployment choo-choo.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a wonderful life, you know.
Well, you know, it's been rough. It's been rough.
Yeah, look, you know, people have a tough go in life.
Yeah.
And I think it was tough for a lot of people over the holidays and things like that. But we woke up and we're breathing.
Yep.
In your case, somewhat breathing.
Yep,
So,
barely.
yeah.
But I'm still. Now, see, you know what? Before we get any further, how was your Thanksgiving?
You know, I was up in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So, you know, it's one of those places where it's like, okay, you know, it's nice you go up for a couple of days, but like after the 4 or 5 day thing, you're like, all right.
You're ready to go
nice.
home?
It's peaceful, it's quaint, you know, it's good to go. But, you know, to be there for any extended period of time, it's one of those places where you wonder, how do people live up here all the time? Like, you would want to go play in traffic.
So you're saying it's like a 3-day maximum spot. Like, you can't deal with quaint more than 3-4 days? That's too much quaint.
Well, look, I could do a week if necessary, but you got to understand, it's like, you know, Teddy, my dog, then my sister, my nephew, you know, who's never quiet. Her dog is there as well. So, you know, it's a lot of hooting and hollering.
Well, do they get along? Does Teddy and the other dog get along?
You know, Teddy could be a little sassy at times.
Well, yeah, he is a sassy lady, but that's okay. You know, that other dog needs to give Teddy a space.
That's right. You know, a little nip bite here, you know, a possible injury, but, you know.
You know, Teddy is a biter. He'll get you. He'll get you. Like, if you piss him off, he's going to get you.
Yeah, well, it's not like my other dog who passed away, who only liked me and constantly, every time you walked through the door, was plotting how he could kill you.
Yeah, you know it's funny. He's been dead like 2 or 3 years now, right? It's been And I remember it was me and the mail lady. He hated me and he hated the mail lady. He loved our good friend Jimmy, but he hated me and he hated that mail lady. It was terrible.
Well, you know why? Because the mail lady would taunt him. The mail lady would bang the mailbox, you know, like a couple times because she knew he was in the window. And I guess it's like a mail lady thing. You taunt the dogs, you know.
So you think she was taunting?
Oh, 110%. I asked her to not bang the mailbox so loud or more than once. I asked her one time, I'm like, why do you bang the mailbox a couple of times after you put the mail in? She said, I don't do that.
So what you're telling me is she would put the mail in, and then she would go not just like let it sit. She would go in for a double bang, a triple bang.
She was an abusive mail carrier.
Wow.
And she would do it on purpose because she knew that it would taunt him, and he would sit in the window.
Wait a minute, so she was sitting there abusing the shit out of your mailbox?
Yes, but knowing that it would taunt the dog.
Wow, so it was double abuse.
Right, well, right. She said, look, she's not no Newman, okay?
That's right. She's
not Newman knocking on your door. I mean, this lady was pissed off. It's Michigan. It's freezing cold. You've seen the snow there and stuff on the streets, you know, so she's getting stuck there in Ferndale, and she didn't want any parts of it. And the fact that I asked her, and she still kept going and doing it.
And you know what? She was like, screw this guy. Like, you know, how dare him? I'm the one that's walking around with these boots. I'm the one that's trying, you know, to feed my family. You know, and this guy's just sitting here bitching about his dog.
Right, and I can't throw down with her. She's a federal employee.
She is.
Right?
You can't throw down. You can't throw down.
There's nothing I could do, and she'd take me.
Oh, totally. Well, she was she was like a boxer.
Well, anybody that walks around that much on a constant basis, they're in a lot better, you know, cardiovascular, and, you know, she has a lot more lung capacity to take it on, whereas I, you know, would get my first few hits in, I'd be good to go, and then that would be the end of it.
I'll tell you what, you know, thinking about her, I'm picturing her in my mind. She had Lincoln logs for legs. She was a sturdy gal. She was a sturdy Bertha. I mean, she would whoop both of our ass.
Well, absolutely, yeah. And those boots weren't regular boots. They were like combat boots that she wore.
Oh.
So she came dressed and prepared to rumble.
Well, those boots, Jeff, were made for walking.
Oh, I know. Okay. Well,
I had to throw a dad joke in. Come on.
Well, your sucky week continues.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Still sucking.
Here's the unemployment choo-choo.
speaking of sucky week, Jeff, back here on the Unemployment Choo-Choo, and, and we're going to get more in depth into this later this week on the podcast, but, the pirate thing has up and vanished. I am no longer Pirate Rizzo professionally, but I will be Pirate Rizzo personally. I will still do videos in my regalia, so, have no fear. But it's been tough. It's been tough.
Well, first off, that's creepy.
What?
The fact that you don't do the job yet, you're still going to dress up. That'd be like working at Disney, and then you leave the job at Disney, and you still dress up. It's like Pinocchio,
Well, except the big difference is that, we have fans all over the state of Michigan. So I have a couple thousand people who really love Pirate Rizzo.
Well, here's the thing. It's become your identity, and it's become your calling, and I don't think you realize it now,
Yeah.
You're now typecasted.
I am. It's like everywhere I go, I'm Pirate Rizzo.
Right.
Which I can deal with. Some people have sent me messages on Snapchat. I'm not going to get into the details, but they're like, you look very sexy.
Yeah. Hi, Julie. How are you?
No, it's not her. Okay? It's not her. Okay? These are new ladies, and they think I look so hot.
Okay. All right.
And
do you wear it when you get dressed in it? Because I think you do this when nobody's around. You'll put it on. But do you just wear the jacket and nothing else? That type of thing.
Well, you know what? Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. So that
jacket for you when you got that jacket was your coup de grace.
It was.
That jacket.
It made the outfit.
It made not only that, but it's like you just felt so proud of this jacket, and I think you actually really like it to the point where you would wear it outside of pirating.
Oh, I wore it the other day because up here it's cold. Like it's like 44 degrees, and I don't have a jacket, So, I put it on, and guess what? I got nothing but compliments. Nothing but compliments.
So you're the guy that walks into like a Wawa, and they think that you have a sawed-off shotgun that you made in the basement inside of it. That's what that jacket looks like.
Oh, excuse me. I disagree because I'll tell you what. I walked in and all eyes went on me, and they followed me as I walked around. And they could barely talk to me when I was up at the register. It seems like they were waiting for me to break out in the song and dance, waiting for something to happen.
No, it's not. They think you're the Cupcake Bandit. All right.
The Cupcake Bandit?
A guy like you walks in like that, and people go. They start whispering. They talk over the little, walkie-talkie things like they like I used to do at Old Navy.
Yeah. Okay.
When I worked there. But they look at you and they go, "What do you think he's getting out with?" And the guy goes, "Oh, I think a butterscotch crumpet." And the girl goes, "Oh, probably 5 chocolate juniors." And you're the guy when the cops come and they say, "Hey, stick them up." And
all the cakes fall out.
Yes, they're it's apple pie palooza.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I wanted to actually, I didn't want to talk about this, but you brought it up. When you go to a new place, especially the place that you're from, and you see all the delicious food, and I love to buy myself like an iced tea and a peanut butter tandy, or like an iced tea and, like you said, a chocolate junior. But did you notice that for some reason, and for those of you who, are not from the Philadelphia area, imagine like Little Debbie snack cakes or just like any kind of like gas station snack, right? Is that how you would describe it, Jeff?
Yes.
So they used to come in 2-packs. You used to be able to get like a 2-pack of Crimpets, a 2-pack of chocolate cupcakes, tasty cakes. Now they come in 3s. Now, let me just throw this out there. If I wanted to steal a chocolate junior, if I wanted to steal a cupcake, I couldn't do that. You can't steal 3 cupcakes. You could steal 2 cupcakes because the 3 cupcakes, it sticks out of your pocket.
Well, you eat one and you fold. Okay.
Wait, so but if I'm trying to take like 5 things, you say I got to house 5 cakes and then fold them?
Well, I don't think you have to coming in that Titanic pirate jacket, which looks basically like a trench coat from the 1800s.
Okay. You're right, I do. I look like, Pablo Picasso or somebody, like an English gentleman.
But you do that, right? So it's like you come back home to a place you haven't been, and all the stuff that you would get on like just here and there on a regular basis, you like gorge out on in like a month. Like when we were living in Detroit, right?
Yep.
And you get there, you eat the hot dog, and you're like, oh, well, when you live there, not everybody just, smashes Coney dogs every day.
Right. You don't do the Coney smash.
Right. But if we went back, I feel like that would be like the first thing that we did for some obscure reason, because I haven't had one in a while. So I'll go to, Lafayette or,
American Coney.
I'll go down there. Right. And I'll go down and I'll get the chili, I'll get the onions, and you smash it, knowing that you're going to be living there and you do it. But it's just like one of those things that you do.
Yeah, but okay, so then take your own advice. Are you telling me you go to American Coney? Are you going to take a bite and fold? How do you get out of there with some dogs?
No, I will just sit there and stuff my fat mouth so I can't move anymore.
Oh, okay. I see. That makes a lot more sense.
You could just pour chili down my mouth when we get there.
Oh, I do the chili? Will you take the cheese? Like how would you do that? Would you just open?
Well, I'm trying to remember how I actually ate them. But for show, if you like to do it for show, it will be a man in a pirate trench coat.
Oh, yeah.
Asking for an entire container of canned cheese, and sure, we can really live it up for Facebook Live. I'll lay on my back and have it pour.
But in the pirate coat.
Well, you're going to do everything in the pirate coat going forward.
See?
It would be winter. It would be wintertime then. I mean, you'd be the guy that's known. Like on the Seinfeld episode when, George saw his dad with the man in the cape.
The cape guy.
You'll be the guy that's in the pirate coat. Known for something. So you
think I'd finally, in my whole life, my show hasn't impacted anyone, but I could be the guy in the pirate cape, or in the pirate jacket that is like the guy about town.
See, you do have something to be proud about.
Oh, goodness, thank you.
Choo-choo. It's the unemployment choo-choo. Take a stop on over to our good friends at Not Working Station. That's right. Rizzo, Jeff, no job, no direction, no money, and nothing. Now, Jeff, before we don't usually do this, but I'm going to say that if it's okay with you, I'd like to bring a guest onto the podcast.
A guest onto the podcast program.
A guest, yes, and I think it's a guest that a lot of people are familiar with. This guest is our go-to for anything Ruben Studdard, Clay Aiken, American Idol, or anything having to do with Adam Lambert. That's right. I was just as a matter of fact, we were listening to "What Do You Want From Me" earlier today while we were hanging up Christmas lights.
Oh, you know what? You don't always need to pull up a Christmas tune to hang stuff up. You just need to put something on that makes you feel good.
That's right. And I got to tell you, my mom is very, very excited. She learned how to use YouTube.
Okay.
And so I taught her how to subscribe to a channel and add a playlist. Right. So when she sees a playlist, an Adam Lambert playlist, she will hit subscribe and she will hit add. And then she has a whole page of just her favorite songs, and every Adam Lambert song on every playlist she's got right there. You know?
She could just hit the play button, turn up the volume, and get down.
Well, here's the thing. I also found out something distressing. She's a big Josh Groban gal, and I got to be honest. I'm not feeling Groban. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. Groban's got that sultry voice. He's sultry for a white guy.
So you don't mind the Grobe?
Yeah, look, he's a take him or leave him for me. You know, but I feel like Groban's a guy that you equate Christmas tunes with automatically. You know, like Groban, this is your pass. Roll with this path, Groban.
See,
okay?
I don't think of Groban as Christmas. I think Harry Connick Jr. Christmas.
No,
I think Rod Stewart Christmas.
Show I liked.
What?
You know, the Harry Connick Jr. talk show, he had that. I don't know why that got canceled, but...
Well, because you're the only one who freaking watched the goddamn thing. I never even heard of that.
Okay, he had one. But Groban is, you sit, you got a fireplace going, okay? And you're sitting with a loved one, maybe your granny, and Groban comes on, and that's something where you lean back.
Okay.
It's a lean back song. Okay.
So it's like, when we just sit there, we don't dance, we pull up our pants and we just lean back.
And you stare at each other.
Okay.
And in the world, it's like the world of Glee, with Groban. Yes.
By the way, speaking of Glee,